Welcome to Talk Flix with Kids and Chicks. I'm Krystal.
And I'm Nicole.
And today we're going to be talking about the new in-game trailer that just dropped.
Whatever it takes.
What were the things that you really liked about this trailer?
I liked everything about it. It got me.
You know why you liked
really
everything about it?
excited.
Because the other ones were whack.
They were terrible.
So really, the bar was super
low.
low.
I mean, it was.
So it was easy
low.
to just whoop.
And I understand why they were whack, but they were so.
No, I don't understand why they're
terrible.
whack. Like the middle one, I could see being whack, but the first one, the last one, to me.
They couldn't show much. I mean, number one, the movie when the first trailer came out, the movie was still so far away, and I am sure there is so much to this story that is going to be a surprise to us, and it's been a difficult task, I'm sure, to cut a trailer for this movie. Mm-hmm. And I mean, to be honest with you, I've heard several other people say it. This was a movie that really didn't even need a trailer.
Yeah,
because people are going regardless.
I think the first one, like you said, it could at least have some action in it. Like it didn't even have to have a whole like this one actually had a narrative. The whole thing of whatever it takes, we're gonna do whatever it takes. And the other ones didn't have anything, and so even if you don't have a theme, like you at least need to wow us, like wow, or oh wow,
well,
who's this,
I mean,
or whatever, something to just be more of a wow factor.
I think that they're playing a very intricate game with the trailers, and just thinking back to the very first trailer where we saw one of the very first images we saw was Tony stranded on the ship, and so that generated a lot of buzz within itself because people were like, well, who's going to come and get him? How does he get back to Earth? Is he coming back to Earth? Is he going to die? Like, it was, I think, very planned out. You, from seeing this, you understand, like, you don't want to go in full throttle and show him back on Earth, because there's a...
No, I don't think you had to do that. I just thought there needed to be more elements that were kind of like, wow. Like, those other ones were very, very bland. Like, it was just basically talking heads. Like, it was nothing in there. Like honestly, I was just like, it just make you question it. But anyway,
it did, but it built the anticipation because you knew there was a good trailer coming.
But the second one wasn't good either. The second one wasn't good either. I was like, this movie
it's building into because when I saw it, because the very first time I watched the trailer, I was on the phone with you. I didn't even have the sound to it. And so I was kind of like, what's that? Why I keep seeing these old shots? What's this? What's that? And by the end of it, I was like excited. Like, hold on. Let me get this up on the big screen. Let me get the volume to this. I was hyped. Like, yes. Come on, April 25th. And I really liked the black and white with the touch of red shots.
Yeah, the isolated.
I enjoyed that a lot. And it was a nice way of separating out footage from other movies. From the in-game movie. I thought that was a really nice touch. What else did I like?
I like the fact that it was like, we might just have to start over. And I'm like, yes, you know what? I feel like
you would have to. You would have to.
No, not necessarily. People do all types of stuff in these movies where then it's all, happy ever after. And I feel like especially because...
But it can't be happy ever after because you lost 50% of the population, of everything.
The thing it's a movie. You can say, we're going to reverse the time and then stop it from happening. Like, they can do anything with it. And so I like the fact that they're playing with the idea, because we don't know what's going to happen, that it just may be, this is it. There's nothing that these superheroes can do to stop what happened. And I feel like that's the more appropriate direction because hold on. Their audience, I feel, is more of like people our age who are adults who like, life is not happily ever after like 90% of the time. So I feel like it's a more real, direction to go with this movie. Especially since I think probably the bulk of their audience are people that's like our age.
My question is, we keep assuming that they're going to be able to fix this, but one of the interviews I remember hearing was that after this movie, the landscape of the MCU is going to be very different. What if they don't fix this? What if
and that's what they kept saying.
What if this is not the resolution to this issue? Because they say we're getting a Doctor Strange 2, a Black Panther 2. We know we are getting a Far From Home, but we don't even know when that takes place.
Why does it have to be a timeline? Why can't it just be, this is just a movie that it has nothing to do with the Avengers at all?
What do you mean?
Like, Far Away From Home. Like, why can't that just be a standalone Spider-Man?
Well, no, what I
Why
mean,
can't Black Panther 2 just be a standalone Black Panther?
Because that's not the way Marvel
but why
is doing
can't
things.
we?
Because that's not the... We got
Why?
the DCU for that. Because that seems to be what
I'm
they're
just saying, I feel
defaulting
like
to.
sometimes it just get too, like...
And I can agree to that. However, what I'm saying is we don't definitively know when Spider-Man Far From Home takes place.
Right.
We don't know when we're getting a Black Panther 2. So who's to say that when the credits roll to this movie, that everybody is brought back from the snap? Who's to say?
Yeah.
And that's what I like about, like, when I remember people criticizing Infinity Wars very heavily about, it took away the emotional weight because we knew we were getting another Spider-Man movie, so that means we know that Black Panther is coming back. Okay. When? We know that these people have contracts with Marvel, but it doesn't say that they have to do X amount of movies in X amount of time. And I think that one of the things that Marvel has done really well is that they give you the unexpected. And that's why I'm super excited for this movie, is because I just really got to see, because in so many movies, people write themselves into a corner and then they end up taking a cheap way out. And this could have very easily been Marvel writing themselves into a corner with no way out, but to just say, we're going back in time, we're going to fix it, nothing's going to mean anything.
I mean...
And I don't think that they're lazy writers like that.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like with this, it's called Endgame. Like, this could literally just be the end. Like, we don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the whole MCU could be reset for all we know. Like, it could Phase 4 could be a complete and total reset.
And I think I like the idea of that, to be completely honest with you. Something fresh, something new. Captain Marvel, somebody new who we haven't really seen on screen before. So I like the fact that they could possibly, just keep introducing us to maybe a new set of Avengers.
Well, I mean, and that's the way it was in the comics. The Avengers was always a super team with a rotating cast. And I think that's what always kept those comics interesting and fresh. And I think that's what they're aiming towards. However, I'm sure they're afraid of a little bit of a resistance because people hate change.
People don't like change.
People don't like change, and these are characters that some people have grown up with and become accustomed to because this has been going on for over 10 years.
So I just feel like they were like, one of the narration was like, it's never gonna be the same again. And so I was just like, how so? I really want to see how it's not going to be the same again. And so,
It makes me nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because I love these characters.
Girl, you got the DVDs. All of them.
Yeah, but,
multiple.
But then I won't get new adventures with these characters. But I am excited to see what lies ahead. I'm excited. As much as I'm nervous, I am excited to see how much they switch things up.
One thing I did kind of... you don't know what exactly he was doing, but Ant-Man pulled some little lever, and so I was like, what is that? Like, is that the...
In what part?
It's a part where it's like some little lever thing, and he flies, and then...
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. When he jumps over, like, the pencil.
Yeah, and so, it like a lever. Maybe it was just a pencil or something. I don't know. But it made it seem like he was going in there to maybe shift something. So it just really kind of picture. So I can say this one had way better selection of, I think, just clips to kind of pull together more of, you know, a narrative with it. So I thought that was cool. I feel like you said, the color, how they played with the color with the black and white, isolating the reds and stuff like that was really good.
And I like that. I like that they were able to tie stuff from all these previous films in with the new footage. I thought that was very clear. It was a little bit confusing at first because when I was on the phone, I was like, what is this? I've seen this before. Oh, okay. No, this is new footage, but no, wait. But I enjoyed that. I thought it was a really nice
So
touch.
do you think that this was a good trailer, a bad trailer, an okay trailer? Could they do better?
They could do better. I will say that. But when it comes down to, did this trailer get my excitement level higher for this movie, I would have to say yes. Like, by the time the trailer was over, especially that scene at the end with Thor and Captain Marvel, I was like,
Yeah, they are cute together.
They are so cute together.
And not even,
I want them in a relationship way.
Right.
I could see them as like more of a buddy thing.
but you
like
know they
being
gonna be
very
trying
competitive.
to do this romance. That's all they
Not
ever
really,
want to
because
do, girl.
I felt like they kind of set him up with Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok. So that didn't even really.
That's what I'm saying. They always try. I feel like that's just something they always be trying to look to do, is to kind of.
I've always, because of what I've read in the comics and you've seen in the movies and stuff, Thor is kind of like a ladies' man. The ladies are always attracted to him. Just like Gamora was like, oh my gosh, like he just has that kind of, and it didn't seem like he had that effect on her. And so I like that dynamic. I was very excited, and I was like, man, I cannot wait. And I hope they have them on screen together.
I think they will.
Enough.
I think they
because
will.
I am here for it. Not in a relationship way, just in a like competitive. She is highly competitive.
Right.
And he is highly competitive.
Yeah.
And
so,
it's almost kind of like that.
They're like
it's almost like that dynamic between him and the Hulk.
That.
Because they are kind of like competitive. So
Right.
it'll be interesting to see it in female form.
Exactly.
And even to see, like, when the Hulk finally decides to appear, seeing how he reacts to her and all of her strength.
Ever see the Hulk again? I feel like he already dusted mentally. It was a mental dusting that Thanos did before he even got all the stones. It's crazy. And that's why this trailer could do better, is because, come on, where is Thanos? I mean, you can just show a glimpse. In the one, they showed his hand. I mean, you didn't give me anything this time. I mean, what is happening with him? What is happening? But I think, isn't withholding Who
Thanos
is the antagonist?
getting you even more excited? Girl, the antagonist is the problem is trying to figure out how to get these people back.
You ain't gonna find it. So you starting over. So now what's your drama? I just feel like
we don't know. Isn't that
I know we don't. I'm not saying
in 2019.
I'm just saying
you could have a movie.
Where's
that you
the
really
boss?
don't know nothing
Who's
about.
in charge here? Where's the boss? Like when you walk into a restaurant, who's the manager?
I'm so.
But where's Thanos?
I cannot wait to see this movie, and I'm so glad that nothing has been spoiled for me so far.
I'm gonna give this one a B. Just because, like what I said before, like the bar was kind of set low in the first place, so I feel like I have to take into account that, emotion of like, oh, this is good, but like the other ones were bad. So I'm gonna give it a B. And then again, Thanos is my boy, so when I don't see him, even that little hand, I don't like it. So I did take off some points for that, but other than that, I thought it was great. Well done.
Also, I really liked the scene between Hawkeye and his daughter. He was teaching her archery, which was some really good foreshadowing. I mean, we already kind of knew that he lost somebody, and that's why he was going to be, coming back to the fold, so to speak. But I thought that was a really good scene.
That is our review of Endgame trailer that just dropped today.
And don't forget to click the thumbs up button if you enjoyed our commentary, and make sure you click the subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.